Welcome to the world of Afrox. Did you know that Afrox is Sub-Saharan Africa's leading supplier of gases and welding products, and that we operate in over 16 African countries with retail outlets and distributors across the continent? Not only do we offer the convenience of in-store over-the-counter products, but we can also deliver orders to your doorstep thanks to our extensive distribution network. Whatever your welding needs, Afrox has the solution. Top of the range, great quality products that you can rely on. Now in this video, our experts are going to take you through the exciting process of MIG welding, a technique that is used extensively throughout various industries to join mild steel, stainless steel, aluminium, and other alloys. We want to show off the capabilities of the Afrox MIG welding machines and consumables and demonstrate some of the advantages they offer, such as improved welding speed, higher deposition rate, and increased efficiency. The MIG process can also be automated for greater production output. High quality welds can be achieved on all weldable materials, and real time and money savings can be made. Step inside our virtual demo center as we take you through the MIG process and setup. Afrox has two types of welding machines, namely welding machines with integrated feeders and those with remote wire feeders. Integrated feeders are located inside the power source, and these types of units are also named compact machines. Remote feeders would normally be connected to the power source via interconnecting cables of customer-specific lengths. These cables would house the power cable, 14-pin control cable, and gas supply hoses. Remote feeders improve portability. Setup for both feeder types would normally be the same. Ensure that the inlet, intermediate, and outlet guide tubes are fitted to the feeder and that these match the diameter of the wire fitted. Afrox carries a range of drive rolls for different wire types, namely U-grooved for soft-shelled wire, for example 5356. Sizes available range from 1.2 to 2 millimeters. V-nulled for soft-cored wires, for example TM791. Sizes available range from 1.2 to 3.2 millimeters. V-grooved for harder wires, for example MIG 6000. Sizes available range from 0.9 to 1.6 millimeters. Ensure that you have selected the correct type as well as the correct size drive rolls to match the diameter of the filler wire. Fit the spool of wire to the spool hub and attach in position with the retaining ring. Cut the end of the spool with wire cutters and ensure that you have the rest of the wire firmly in your grasp. Feed the cut end through the guide tubes and drive rolls until it extends 50 millimeters outside the MIG gun adapter and tighten drive rolls to prevent back spooling. Lock the tension mechanism over the wire so that it is kept in position. Ensure that the liners are correct for the type of wire selected, for example, steel for mild steel and Teflon for aluminium. Attach the MIG gun to the gun adapter by guiding it over the extending wire and attach to the adapter. Remember to remove the nozzle and contact tip before feeding the wire. On the inside panel of the wire feeder, you will find a toggle switch that will enable the operator to feed the wire through the gun without any gas wastage or arc initiation. Set a slow speed on the wire speed selector. Move this toggle switch to the wire feed position and your wire will be fed through the feeder and MIG gun. Select the correct shielding gas for the wire selected. For example, Argo Shield for mild steel and Alu Shield for aluminium. Remove the dust cover and open the valve momentarily to dislodge any impurities that might have collected during storage. Connect your flow meter to the cylinder using a cylinder spanner. Attach the gas hose to the flow meter. Open the cylinder valve. Ask your assistant to move the toggle switch on the front of the feeder to the gas flow position. Set the flow rate on the flow meter to the desired reading, which is normally 15 liters per minute, depending on the prevailing conditions, and then ask the assistant to release the toggle switch. Your gas flow is now set. Once the wire has passed through the torch and the cut end is protruding from the gun, replace the consumables and cut wire to the correct stick-out. Take a spanner and set the tension on the spool brake or spool hub. Set the wire tension by 1 turn of the tensioner. Ensure that the earth clamp is not connected to your workbench. To check whether the set tension is correct, bend the end of the wire until the sharp end faces upward and then press the blunt end of the wire against the surface of your workbench. Press the trigger, and if the wire feeds continuously without slipping at the drive rolls, then the tension is correct. It is critical that not too much tension is exerted on the wire, as it could change the shape of the wire and that could result in feeding problems. Select the desired volt as well as wire feed settings to indicate amperage. Your parameters are now set and the machine can now be used for welding operations. Maintenance of these units would normally consist of the following steps. Check the gas hose and MIG gun for cuts and holes that could cause leakages. Repair or replace immediately if these are found. Purge the lines after breaks exceeding 5 minutes. Check the flow meter for any damage. Check that the guide tubes and drive rolls are not excessively worn and replace immediately if these conditions exist. Take an air hose and blow out the inside of the feeder to remove any dust buildup as well as loose copper flakes from the MIG wire that might have peeled off due to excessive tensioning of the drive rolls. Remove the liner from the MIG gun and blow the inside with the air hose as well. This should also remove the same impediments from the liner. Some of the more common faults and the possible causes that can lead to their prevalence are: 1. Erratic wire feeding, normally associated with any of the following: incorrect wire size, cast and helix incorrect, defective liner either dirty or worn, coiled gun cable, contact tip worn, incorrect feed rolls for wire selected, guide tubes worn or too small for wire selected, or the spool brake tension is set incorrectly. 2. No arc initiation, normally associated with any of the following: power source connected to the incorrect input voltage, earth cable not connected, wire feeder not connected to the power source via the intercon cables, or the wire feeder on-off switch not switched on. 3. Spatter, normally associated with any of the following: incorrect amp and voltage settings, wrong shielding gas selected for the application, incorrect wire stick-out lengths, wrong inductance and incorrect welder technique. 4. Porosity, normally associated with any of the following: incorrect gas flow settings, leaks in the hoses, nozzles clogged with spatter buildup, or external factors, for example, drafts and wind. As Africa's leading gases and welding company, we are passionate about welding, and we're here to help you get the best welds possible. Using the Afrox range of welding machines, accessories, consumables, and personal protective gear will ensure the perfect weld every time.